Griff, do you want to just set the scene again and we can get cracking?
Yeah. Okay. So, are you ready?
Yeah, ready?
Yeah.
Okay. So, following on from last time, you'd adventured forth to find this adventuring party that had last went down this ravine on behalf of the matriarch of the family. You'd headed about 7 or 8 miles along the old road to the ravine where this so-called Goblin citadel, which had sunken into the ground, was located. There, you'd found a rope that was tied to some pillars. You descended said rope, going down maybe 200 feet into pitch black. A few having to cast in light, where you descended upon a tower almost of broken rock and masonry. You'd headed down the tower, killing a few rats along the way, tripping a few traps as well along the way, where you'd entered into the actual citadel itself. You'd come along, you'd looked around the citadel, found no real combatants of sorts when you stumbled upon a kobold called Meepo, who led you to his boss, a female chieftain, who'd set upon the task of you. They'd let you pass on tasks through their realm while you rescued their dragon that had been captured by the goblins. Meepo showed you the way to the goblin area of the castle, which you get the impression that it had been split into two: the kobolds on one side and the goblins on the other, at war with one another. You'd fought a giant rat and killed a few other rats when you stumbled into the section of the citadel that belongs to the goblins, opening a door where alerting the goblins that were keeping watch, whereupon you shut the door in their faces, and that's where we joined the party. I suppose you've killed the rats. You're back in this room, getting ready to get through this door that you know is the corridors filled with caltrops, and there's goblins waiting on the other side, or you assume there was anyway the last time you checked. So what would you like to do, guys?
All right, lads, I shall look around at Velstad, Diot, and Cicero and say, gentlemen, are we agreed? We're going to take the doors off the hinges, you said, was it, Cicero? Going to explain what you have in mind?
Well, since we have 2 doors currently in this room, one to the right and one to the north, my idea was to get the doors off the hinges and basically use them as bridges across the caltrops so that we don't have to run through or take time to sweep them away, since caltrops are kind of nasty if you step on them.
So Velstad's going to have his shield out. I'm going to carry one door and drop it, and then we're going to walk over it. But Velstad would have to be in front, though, because we're all going to stay behind his shield.
Yeah. So if you want to try and root that door off Velstad, you have to make me a strength check. Or a dexterity check if you want to use the hinges, pop the hinges.
I can do a dex. I've got a very good dex. Okay, let me try the dex.
Well, it'll be thieves' tools, Stobbie.
Yeah. Well, can I use his thieves tools?
You can try, yeah. I think he's proficient in them that you won't be, so you can definitely.
Oh yeah. Well, in that case, let's someone with a proficiency do it then.
Okay. Yeah. Then
I'm going to look at Dairo and say you might need to cast that light spell on my shield. I'm unsure those goblins have seen light in a while.
Hang on, did you say light or blight?
Light.
Okay.
I think we'll be able to bring a bit closer to you in a moment. And Dairo will absolutely trace your holy symbol again on your shield.
It might actually blind them.
Blinded by the light?
So, Cicero, you get out your tools, you pop the hinges, and it does slide off the hinges after a little while, maybe 5 minutes or so, with a creak, and the door starts to swing towards the ground, but you're able to catch it before it slams.
All right.
There's still the door, obviously, on the
northern side.
On the northern side, separating you from the goblins.
All right. Well, I'll take the door with a shield on the other hand.
Mm-hmm.
Right there.
We still got to get this other door for its hinges as well.
Yes.
Well, and this door we can just let fall over and then just rush in if you want.
Yes, we could just let it fall over.
Okay,
But,
that actually sounds better then, because then we've got the length of this northern door, and then Velstadt moves forward, chucks the other door on top of it, and then hopefully we should cover most, if not all, of the caltrops.
Yeah.
Okay.
I love this plan.
Something I wanted to know: how much time did it take for Cicero to put the hinges of the door, the first one?
Took you about 5 minutes to get it.
All right, I'll wait until the end of this door before casting Shield of Faith on myself.
Okay, then this will go to the other door and look at the arrow and.
Do you have to have a hand free
Others.
to do with Shield of Faith?
Well, I can just drop the door slowly,
Okay.
put it on myself, and take it back.
Okay. That's fine.
Then Cicero will turn to Coriolis and the arrows. I would suggest getting ready, since when the door is falling, we tend to rush in.
Yes.
Absolutely.
Okay, we're all ready.
We'll rush in.
Well, no, don't rush in. Stay behind Velstadt and his bloody shield. That was what we agreed.
Okay.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. I'm Velstadt.
Yeah.
I'm
So-
rushing.
So, Velstadt and Cicero, you're the ones at the front. Cicero, it takes you less time this time. You've got the hang of it. You click the hinges out and the door starts to swing, starts to fall out.
All right.
And as you do so,
Oh, what?
what happened then?
It lags.
It's so lagged.
Yes. Okay.
Well,
Mine's
Griff
still
was
showing
waiting
as the
for that to
corridor
load
not
up.
being opened.
My
Diarrhea will recast the light spell on his medicine bag as well.
I knew it.
There we
Oh,
go.
yeah, more of them.
sorry guys,
Okay,
my roll 20 crashed. I need to restart it.
yeah, same for me.
Okay, I think she will just restart.
Weird. I think
Okay.
it's because
I've never gotten any incentive to get a second screen. It's so that we can do this.
Yeah,
Yeah,
okay,
I have to.
we are back. So what happens now, Griff? We pull our tokens, or we roll initiative,
Okay.
do we?
Yeah, everyone click on your token and roll initiative.
All right.
Because as you open the door,
Oof.
oh my god,
Nice.
where are my goblins?
I don't know.
I said where? I said there they are.
All I see is caltrops.
Well, I guess we can have a round of firing before you follow me. I'm the last one.
Everyone rolled. Do you see the goblins, by the way?
Yeah,
We can see them in the initiative order. I do not see them on.
I can see them.
There we go.
Yay, dark vision.
For those of you, some of you can't see them because you haven't got dark vision.
Yeah, I don't have dark vision.
Unfortunately, goblins do have dark vision. So,
Nasty green little fuckers.
Velstadt, you do get AC cover because the door's falling, so it does give you cover on this. 3/4.
How much?
3/4.
3/4. Okay.
That's like +5, I think, or 3 to your AC.
Holy shit.
So don't worry too much.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. +5. Holy shit.
So +5 to your AC, guys. As this door falls, the volley of arrows flies towards you too. So there's 5 arrows, 3 on Velstadt, 2 on
Cicero.
God, Cicero. So Velstadt, you first. 23,
Doesn't hit.
A 6 and a 9.
They don't hit. All of them.
So all 3 of them come slamming into the door. You hear thud on the door as it slams, and on Cicero, a 10.
Nope.
No, and a miss. So first up, Cicero. The door falls. You're the first up.
Well, I will now take out my longbow and take a pot shot at the first one. Well, wait. Yeah, I take a pot shot. I don't have anything else to do.
Yeah, you see them ducking down behind this wall, so they do have half cover.
22.
Nice
Half
shot.
cover is.
It's +3.
Oh, that definitely hits. Roll damage. Which one? The ones at the front.
Yeah.
Oh, that's good damage.
That's max damage to be exact.
So you pick one off. You look around the corner of the door and take a quick shot towards one of the one of the goblins. As it pokes its head up, it hits it in the throat, and you see it fall backwards, clutching at its throat. A fountain of blood spraying out everywhere. Dead.
And then I'm taking a step behind Velstadt and look to the others that don't have dark vision. There are still 4. I killed 1.
As you do so, the goblins let off another volley of arrows towards you, Velchtat.
I don't
and
have
seize
the
you.
I don't have the 3/4 cover anymore, right?
No, you don't.
Okay, good.
The door's slammed to the floor. 9, 14, 16,
They all
and a
don't
22.
hit.
And a 22?
They all don't hit.
So all these volley of arrows come slamming into Velchtat as they glance off his armor and shield. And the goblins, and you see them all duck down behind the cover of the wall. Coriolis, you're up next.
Big lad with a shield. Can I wait? Because I've got to stick behind Velstad.
Yeah, you can always run and leap as well.
That's all right. I'll stand behind the 9-foot tall guy with the tower shield. That's all right.
Okay. You want to hold your action? So
Hold my action,
when you
yes.
move-
Now I'll stay behind him.
He
Okay.
can. I think you can hold your action to do an extra move, right?
Don't. No, I think you lose your movement when you hold an action.
Oh,
But I think you mean another action on the following turn. You know what I mean, on the same turn.
Actually, if you hold action, you basically just say that you, for instance,
I'm just
draw
dropping
your
down the
bow
initiative. I'm just dropping down the turn order. That's what I'm doing.
You can't necessarily do that.
Okay.
Stobbie. So
Okay.
you have to hold an action, which means you forgo everything else on your turn to do something when something happens.
Okay.
So what you could hold your action to run forward when Velchtat moves forward. pretty
Yes,
much.
which is what I will do.
Okay. Like stuff like that. You have to have a trigger as well.
Sure.
So,
Noted.
what is the trigger? When I
Trigger
enter-
is Velstad entering the corridor.
What is the what is the safe word?
Kookaburra.
right.
There we
I
go.
will get William. I will get this name right one day. Dairo.
Dairo. Yes.
Dairo. I thought so. Dairo, your turn.
Yes, sir. I will. He'll quickly duck forward to the doorway. Hopefully, I can see something. Still can't see them, so I'll take a blind shot.
You can do so. Disadvantage.
Oh,
Never
hits.
mind.
It still hits.
Bloody good blind
Someone
shot.
upstairs is
You
looking.
don't hear it, but you hear.
yeah, but yeah.
And
that-
then using 10 more feet of my movement, I'll duck backwards so that everybody can rush through the door.
Yeah. So you see Dairo run up, take a shot, move back. You hear this from along the corridor. Velchtat, your turn.
Well, I go in, drop the second door in front of me.
Yeah, you can do that easily.
Is it an action or a bonus action?
Just it's an incidental.
Incident. Okay.
I'll allow it.
Okay. So that's 15, 20. I guess it's a hard movement.
Yeah, it's just difficult terrain to get over.
I drop my shield and smash the first one with my hammer.
Go for it. There's two in front of you.
The one right in front of me.
Okay.
So actions, it's +6. Okay. +6. Oh, 12.
12. Misses, unfortunately. You slam your shield, you slam your hammer down towards one. The goblin ducks aside, drawing a scimitar as you do so.
And I yell back, "Come forward!"
And I'll yell back. The key word was Kookaburra, damn it. Not come forward.
Coriolis, your action triggers.
Thank you. So
You
I'll just
can go
move up
rushing
then.
forward.
And it's
Yeah.
5 feet a square, right?
Yeah.
5, 10, 15, 20, 25. I've actually got +10 because of my extra monk movement, I believe.
Yeah.
So
Move
13.
diagonal.
Yep.
Yeah, all there, yeah.
Yeah.
And then how does it work with my actions left? Can I still attack?
No.
No.
unfortunately, because you've used everything
Okay.
to ready your action.
I just want
And
to
you
read.
use
I just
your
want to
action
read
to-
one of my monk skills. Patient defense. I won't use it, but just for interest's sake, patient defense. You can spend 1 key point to use your dodge action as a bonus turn. But because of what I've done, I can't actually activate my bonus turn.
Yeah, you consume everything to ready an action. pretty
Okay,
much.
noted. Thank you. That's my turn then, I believe.
Okay, Zizaro, you're up.
I will go up to there and shoot from here at one of the the goblin behind Coriolis.
Go for it. That hits.
Sorry to interrupt, Griff, but just out of curiosity, can you explain how, if at all, a ranged shot is affected by shooting essentially with an ally between the shooter and the target? Is there any sort of...
No.
Is there no effect? It's just like a straight shot?
No effect when shooting through allies.
Okay, thank you.
I don't have it anyway.
Okay.
Yeah, and some people say it's like shooting into melee, which gives you disadvantage or a higher chance to hit your own ally, but also some VMs say just no.
But so it's fair to say it's just the result of the rule set we're using. There are other rule sets where you have... Okay, thanks. Sorry for interrupting.
It's a GM rule, pretty much. Decide whether or not you want to do it.
Okay.
I decide not to do it. But then again, the enemies get the same, so it equals out in the end.
Okay, thank you.
Yeah.
I believe I nailed the goblin with the
You
knife
did,
damage.
sorry. If you strike the goblin, an arrow flies over your shoulder, Coriolis, catching part of your robe, slams into this goblin in front of you that's fighting, and you see him go down in a pool of blood and guts and gore. There's an arrow slams into
From
him.
an arrow!
Nice.
It's a big arrow. Is that your turn, Zero?
Yeah, that's my turn.
Okay, the goblins on you. Draw the scimitars. Rush up to you, Veldstadt and Coriolis. One's going to strike at you each. So Veldstadt first with a scimitar. With a 9, I'm guessing that misses.
That misses.
So he strikes at you and you just catch it on your armor, glancing it aside. Do another one strikes towards you, Coriolis, slashing at your legs. You're able to hop over it and kick his weapon aside.
Oh, easy.
He does
Yeah.
so. As their bonus actions, they're both going to disengage and move through this door here, throwing open this door.
Oh, fucking
Yeah,
hell.
Goblins can do that.
Yeah.
Oh, cunning actions.
The Dactyos will be here in about 1 hour. roughly.
Okay. So he'll join
You
us
see
for the
them
second
go.
session.
Yeah, for the second half, yeah. Don't go rushing this way shouting, does anyone speak Goblin?
No.
Nope.
Yes.
Oh, you do.
Ah,
Yeah, or you hear him shouting, Intruders! Intruders! They've broken through! They go rushing this way. Next up, Coriolis.
Is there space for me to... I just want to take a look in there, see if I can see... I'm not going to go through, but I just want to take a look. I don't see anything. Am I behind a closed door now?
Not. It's
No,
just
it's
dodgy.
because there's no light.
No light in there, yeah.
Yeah, and I'm the source of light since light is cast on me.
Yeah,
Okay, well-
you can barely see because of the light. Yeah,
Okay.
that's cast
Well,
on
I'm
you,
just going to
so-
move back then, because I need to let everybody from the back catch up, and I'm going to let Valstad take the lead with his big old shield.
Okay.
I believe that's in turn then. I don't think there's any reason to hold over a turn.
The arrow.
Daero will hustle forward, reloading his crossbow as he does, hopping up onto the wooden doors. Thanks for the bridge, boys. I'll take a double movement to hop over the low wall and slam myself against the wall back here with my crossbow now reloaded.
Okay. Anything else? Your turn.
Nope, I'll look at Coriolis and nod. Ready.
Veldstadt. The goblins fled past you, running away.
Okay. 5. I don't see anything inside the corridor. Oh my god, I'm debating and going in.
Wait for Cicero. I'm going to say, hang on, wait. Hold up.
Okay. I'm gonna keep in this door. And for good measure, no good measures. Okay, yeah, that's the end of my turn. I was gonna say for good measures, I just slammed the head of the goblin beside me, but no.
Okay. So your turn.
Yeah, that's my turn.
Okay. Next up, Cicero.
and then I'm going there. And ready an action for an arrow. And end my turn with that.
Okay. What's your trigger?
When I see a goblin coming into my field of view.
Okay. Okay. So Zizero, you do see that as a goblin steps to this corner here and drawing a short bow takes a shot round at Velstadt. You do hear the pitter patter of feet running though in the opposite. Everyone hears this running the other way, and that voice shouting, "They made it through the target range!" Diero, you hear that, but everyone else doesn't. You just hear some strange language.
So I get a shot on one of the goblin that tries to shoot Velstadt.
Yeah, it does have half cover though, but go for it. As he's ducked behind this wall.
God damn.
Apparently I'm wanted shooting.
That hits.
Nice shot, sir.
Glad to see you shoot better than you sneak.
So you see him duck around the corner, take a shot. You hit him in the shoulder, but he is able to release the arrow towards you, Velstadt. You see him spin as the arrow hits him, turn around and release the shot towards you, Velstadt. But you hit him, but he doesn't seem to go down. Does a 20 hit?
Now that I did say I dropped the shield, yes it does.
Okay, so you take 7 points of damage as this arrow finds a weak point in your armor and slams into you. The goblin then goes cackling away and just runs off again. Just running off.
Fucking annoying.
Coriolis, your turn.
I have to hold my action again until Velstadt. No, hang on, Velstadt. You're not carrying your shield, are you?
No, I did say I dropped it. Well, I changed it with my hammer to smash a goblin, but I missed. So.
Okay, well in that case then can I duck past him just to the corner, 5, 10, 15. I'm just going to see what I can see, but again I can't see anything because of the dark, right?
Yeah, you can barely make out the room beyond.
In that case, can I hold my action until any enemy comes into vision?
Yeah, that's fine.
Yeah, I'll do that.
Darrow.
All right. Diero does have some light, and at this point, Coriolis, you really need some light because
Yes.
you're moving forward.
You need
So-
some light in your life.
I am dipping into my medicine bag as I move past Velstadt. I am going to rip the arrow out of him and slap a sticky bandage onto him, which will fully heal you.
Ouch.
Do you have to make a roll for that, or how does that healing work?
The roll was to heal 11 points of damage.
Oh, there it was there. Okay, wow, excellent.
Yeah.
And
You see him run past and just slam chewing up some like herbs and stuff, and slams a poultice into your wound as he runs past you, pretty much.
Yes.
Combat medic.
It's rather slimy. Yes. And I'll hit this wall here and stop.
Okay.
Yes. And that'll be my action.
Okay. Next up, Velstadt.
Alright. Switching back to my shield.
It's a bit late now, but yeah.
I'm gonna go rushing in.
Go for
5,
it.
10, 15,
And you
20.
see, yeah, as you're around that corner, you see the goblins climbing over another small wall towards two
Alright.
doors.
25. And I'm gonna dash action right to there.
They will provoke.
Yeah, it will provoke one attack of opportunity. But oh no, there's a second door. Ah, I didn't see it. I was like going in front of the door to block
So-
it.
One goblin's gonna try and slash at you. Then, as the other one, you don't provoke on. 16. I'm guessing that misses.
That misses.
It carves along your back, along the armor. You hear this scrape of the metal slicing along, scratching along the back of your armor. But you're fine.
Fight me. And that's the end of my turn.
Okay, Zero.
Well, since everybody is moving forward and I can't see around corners, apparently I can shoot around them, but I can't see them. Ah, now I can see. And now I shoot, and I will shoot the goblin that isn't past the little wall.
Okay.
So, not double. It was a 22, the first one.
It hits. You don't need to roll damage. He's only got one left. This is the one that earlier.
I want to
as he's-
play.
Yeah, as he's climbing over the wall, starting to climb over the wall, you nail his leg to the wall. It's like, and you see him like fall upside down. You know, with his leg still pinned above him. His blood
Nice.
pouring out.
I just imagine Cicero at later in the game being like constantly playing Sniper Elite and just getting the internal shots of the injuries.
That's right. You got to make some badass action movie comment like "Hang around, Goblin."
Okay. Your turn, Zero.
Yeah, I can't move anymore. I moved my 30 feet and I shot.
Okay, the Goblin is gonna slash at you, Velstadt. First of all, missing. I'm guessing.
Yep.
He's gonna disengage. I'm sorry.
Fucking
And
goblins.
that's why I want the Sentinel feat.
He's gonna throw open this door,
Soon enough. Soon enough.
which is an action to do to open the door.
Oh, he can't open it then, since he slashed at me.
Oh yeah,
And
that's
also
true.
disengage.
Yeah, and he also disengaged with a
Disengage
bonus
is
action.
a bonus action. Yeah, so
Yeah.
he's not gonna open the door, but I'm not gonna shut it. But he gets to the door, starts to throw it open. That's his turn.
No,
Talk
he's,
with
he's
me.
like he's like the meme. Let me in! Let me in!
He seems to start pounding on that.
You hear a goblin voice. What's the password? New England clam chowder. Is that the
Sorry,
red or the white? Damn it! Is this a new turn or is this now the holdover from my previous turn? It's a new turn.
It's a new turn, yeah.
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 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, and I can, if I remember correctly how the monk works, I can take a main attack, main hand attack, and then an offhand attack.
Yeah. Or you can spend a key point and do a 3 main.
And
hands.
yeah, I will not be using a key point. I'll just do a main hand unarmed,
Go for it.
and then
That hits.
Nice shot.
So you see this goblin banging on this door. You crack him in the back of the head. His head slams into the door, and you hear you see a spray of blood. He's still alive.
nice.
He's not dead.
And then the offhand one doesn't get the modifier. Is that right? Do
Yeah,
I
it
just
doesn't get
do I just click on monk unarmed again?
Yeah.
I think it does get the modifier because you're a monk, actually.
Yeah, it does.
Yeah, it does.
Okay,
Does
so
have a modifier.
does that
All
hit?
attacks.
That hits as well then, I assume.
Yeah, and yeah, you see him slamming his hand on this door. You punch him once in the back of the head, and his head slams into the door, breaking his nose. And he's still alive, slamming. And you grab him with your other hand, you start slamming his head in. Or do it. How do you want to do it? That's pretty much.
I will jump into back control, get my into what's the wrestling term? Rear naked choke, and just choke the shit out of him. But it's not going to be the non-lethal. This is the lethal choke.
Yeah,
Choke him
this
to death.
crunch. You get this crunch and this crushing as his windpipe starts like being crushed, and he splutters to the ground, and you're out of initiative for now.
Nice, that's my turn, I believe.
I would like to gather my 4 arrows again and search the goblin bodies for more arrows.
I don't have.
Do you
a
know
lot
there's
of
not any
time.
more goblins in the area? How do you know we're out of combat?
Shield of Faith.
But
is-
we have the two
Oops.
two entrances, so
I didn't
we
mean
could
to.
just look around if we can find any clues of 3 entrances.
Yeah. So the room that you're in, sorry, let me actually tell you what you're in first of all. The room you ran into, Ethan, is you see dozens of blunted and broken arrows lie on the cobblestones on the floor. A few protrude from 3 crudely sewn human-sized targets that you see on the south side that Cicero stood next to. The third of the northern room is separated by a crude, which you're in, a crude and mortared half-crenellated wall. And you see a permanent camp of sorts lies where you are, complete with a fire ring and several small cook iron pots. You're able to get one of your arrow back, Cicero. On the goblins, you find my god, that was low.
All right.
You
Yes.
find, let me think. addition. 16 arrows in total.
Nice.
Usable,
Very
decent,
nice.
usable arrows in total.
Yes. Diero will quickly move up to Coriolis. Let me give you light, and
You know,
I'll,
just to see.
I'll hold my hand out. Where do you want it on your fist? Do you want it on a token on your chest?
Well, can you give me light like that?
We don't have much time. Max
I
spell
can.
is
It'll
not
last
going
1
to last.
hour.
Put it on my fist. That'll look badass.
There we go. And I'll touch your main fist.
Yeah.
Boom. You should now see that you have light, Coriolis.
Thank you. And I have the makings of a new nickname, Blazing Fists.
All right.
So, which of the 3 doors?
I whip out my flail. The first time you guys see my flail.
Oh, very nice.
Yeah, it's basically a. It looks really, really jagged, and
Porno music plays.
yeah.
I whip my flail back and forth.
It's basically.
Diero would point his crossbow at the two doors that are on this side of the barricade and say, "Well, they weren't guarding the third door, so I'd say there are more goblins behind one of these two."
Probably.
3 doors, yeah.
Yeah, guys, I don't like the idea of leaving this door behind us unexplored. If we're going to press forward, I want to know what's behind us. I suggest that we go back to this doorway in the previous room and check there first.
All right.
Then I will close the door first.
Okay, it's closed. I'll say it's closed.
The northern one, yeah.
And again, radiant arrow as soon as the door
And
opens.
we're in door breaching formation.
Yeah.
Yeah. So
Wait,
you,
Do I need to do
Those
a
that-
perception again just to check for traps on the door, which is the...
you
Sure,
can
let's go.
certainly- You can try, yeah, go for it.
Nope. I fucked that up.
You have a look. Both of you don't see any traps on the door. Nothing that looks out of the ordinary.
All
Just
right.
like a wooden, quite well reinforced, but wooden door.
They know we're here. I push it open without being stealthy.
You go to push it open, it doesn't give.
Is it wooden?
It is wooden, but it's quite
I'll
well
kick it open.
reinforced.
I'll try to kick it open. Strength. Oh fuck.
You kick it, and you just jar your leg.
I mean,
Just-
you. I
it
mean,
doesn't
you have
give.
You have a hammer.
Yeah, I take my hammer and attack it.
Okay. It will take you a little while, and it'll make a lot of noise, but you can certainly do that.
Well, hang on,
Alright,
gentlemen.
let's
Is this door locked? We don't have any keys on us. We haven't found keys or anything. have we?
I can try to pick it if it's locked.
Well, should we? Well, isn't the picking going to be easier and quicker than the smashing down with hammer?
It is more silent, but I would enjoy the FBI, open up!
Are you streaming in there?
Yeah.
Kick the door down.
All right. So what are we agreeing on?
Kick that fucking door down.
Yeah, okay.
Okay, I'm gonna attack it with my hammer multiple times until it breaks.
Okay.
All right.
It'll take you maybe 5 minutes, but you're able to eventually splinter the door. It takes give me a strength check, actually.
Okay.
While they're breaking down the door, Griff, I want to keep my crossbow. too.
So you slam it doesn't give. You slam it a few times. Just keep rolling me strength checks, and I'll tell you when you get to it and how long it takes.
Alright.
I mean, you're damaging the door, and the DC goes down, so don't worry. You're still not through though. Still not through.
I thought Velstad is like a 9-foot tall giant human.
Yes.
It's a reinforced door, though. It's not a gate.
Apparently this door is quite...
And I'm rolling fucking bad.
So you're slamming away at the door. This thump, this echo just echoes through, and you all hear a roar from the north. Very very bestial, but not that. What's the word?
Hello?
Loud. Not that loud. Yeah, not that loud. Seems muffled. But you slam your way, and eventually, after about 15 minutes of this, and this
15.
Yeah, it takes you a while to open. Well, maybe 5-10 minutes, whatever. And you eventually open this door, and it opens up into.
Hey, we've defeated our
nice.
greatest enemy. This reinforced door.
Doors always destroy
Yeah.
adventurous groups.
That is good training for Volstad, single-handedly using a battle ram to ram into.
Yeah.
So it opens up into like a small, squat, low-ceilinged room. An iron spike is driven into the floor near the door, which seems to have been holding the door in place. You see a small iron cage set further back, and several sets of corroded manacles are connected to the walls. Some still bind a few crumbling skeletons. You also see manacled to the wall several kobolds bound with rope and manacles to the wall. And in one corner you see a small cage, almost too small, and inside you see a small humanoid figure, which you all recognize as a gnome.
Hey.
No,
Well, possibly one of the
They
party
can-
adventurers.
they can take your freedom, but never your life. Running in and beginning to unleash everything.
Yeah,
Well,
we
I
all,
would-
are we all going in, lads?
Uh,
In we go.
Well,
The kobolds all like scared back against the wall as you enter.
do they speak common?
Did you ask them that, or did you just asking me?
Do you understand? Do you understand me? This is the ask the kobolds.
What? They all three look at one another, whisper to one another. One of the middle one goes, "Yes, we understand."
We were sent by your tribe to defeat the goblins, and well, now also rescuing you.
I guess,
And
yeah.
We'll step towards them and try to get off the manacles.
No, we're fine here. We'll be ransomed. We're safe here. The goblins will kill us if we run.
You can
You
just,
can run back to your place. We're dealing with the goblins.
yeah.
Is he dead outside?
The way
Yeah.
behind us is clear. We took care of him.
Okay, we go. Set us free.
And I think we will spend a bit of time while the arrows having our back to get the manacles off.
Okay, well, my shield of faith is down. Fuck.
You can certainly attempt to. And you see the gnome in the corner sitting quietly observing you all.
I attempt with my 50 rolls
Go for it.
to pick the locks on the manacles.
If you
Damn.
roll like me,
I
yeah,
d-
you
I
roll
don't,
like.
I don't know what kind of lock this is.
You try and it's just you break off a lockpick in one of the manacles. They got the kobolds.
Free. We want to be free.
I want to be free.
No, sing free.
But I have an idea. He looks at Falstaff. Could you
You
pull
said
out...
the chains were rusty, right?
Sure, they look
Okay.
fairly rusty.
Smash him with hammer.
Could you
Yeah.
pull out the iron pole that's in the ground and basically use it as a lever to smash open the things with your hammer?
Sure.
You can certainly try.
Yeah.
Strength check.
I will help him. I
I'm
will-
surprised there's no athletic. Yeah.
I will help him. So
This is not athletics though, this is pure strength.
Alright, so for first one is 16. Do I
I'll
get it?
let you-
Do
I'll
I
let
get
you roll.
advantage since Cicero is?
It is, yeah.
I
You
also
do get
I
advantage.
also have powerful
Okay.
boots. So
Yeah. So the first roll is 16.
Yeah, and you're able to snap the manacle and from the wall, and the kobold is free.
Alright. Second one.
Takes
Nice
a little
rolls.
while. It takes a little while, but between you both, you're able to do all three kobolds. We'll just skip over them.
okay.
Yeah, get the kobolds out of here.
We go.
Yeah, you can.
And
Yes.
they'll file away in like a chain because they're still chained up together. technically, so
They are a chain gang.
they go past out.
Excuse me.
Excuse me, pardon me.
Coming through. Excuse me.
And they all just leave.
And then turning to the.
Oh, dead goblins.
turning to
Oh, that's so great.
I assume you are one of the adventuring party that was catch up.
Oh, wait, hang on. We're talking to the gnome now.
Yeah.
Just move these kobolds.
Lads, move up. Let's. Yep. Diarrhea, are you gonna hang back and just watch our backs?
Absolutely.
Okay. Well, I was going to start talking, but I just
didn't like the
noticed
sound of that roaring we heard earlier.
Yeah, I was going to start interrogating this gnome, but Zizero started talking, so I'll just hold my tongue and let him talk.
1 second. I'll show you what it looks like. Where the fuck is it? There it is. You should all see him.
Yeah, we see him.
He's in that kind of cage. Okay.
Fancy boots.
Yeah, it looks. But he looks fairly dishevelled and he looks fairly well beaten as well. If you look at him. So what did you say? Sorry, who addressed him first?
Zizor, and I asked him if I assume correctly that you are part of the adventuring group that was.
Yeah, the name's Erky, but no, I am not from no adventuring group.
Did you see them?
Oh, there are some humans, if that's who you mean.
Mm-hmm.
Aye, the goblins caught 3 of them over a month ago. They were captives with me in here for a while. They said the names are Talgan, Shawin, and Sir Braford. The goblins kept him in here in about a week before they moved him.
Mm-hmm.
Belak wanted them. He said that's the last I've heard about them. Belak took them, apparently.
Well, he turns to Coriolis and said, if you have any questions, I will try to.
Are you gonna get me out of here, fellas?
Hang on, you just quieten down. You were talking. What were you saying, Zizero?
I would assume that either one of you have more questions for him. I would like to assist Yero because of the roaring and also the caltrops that still lay there are both interesting.
I'd like to make sure he's not lying about the captives and how much they were.
Insight.
Because we can be fucked over. So insight only +1. And it's actually better than my strength checks.
Do you feel like he's only telling us what we want to hear?
Seems like he's got nothing really to lie about. He's not in a situation to.
Yeah.
Not in a situation to really, discuss or lie anything. But he seems to be telling the truth. You don't get anything that seems off about his story.
Okay, can I ask him, so, little gnome, if you aren't part of this adventuring group, who are you exactly and how did you come to be here?
Well, the name's Erky Timbers. I was on my way to seek my fortune and took the old road, and my bad luck being what it is, the goblin bandits got me on the way and I've been here ever since.
You were
Thankfully,
traveling?
my deities...
You were traveling by yourself, a lone gnome?
Aye, on the old road.
All by yourself, you're a brave young gnome, I must say.
Well, my faith has kept me healthy. Otherwise, I'm sure I'd be dead from starvation and abuse by now.
Well, I'll take a look at Zizero and Velset and say, he seems like a foolish little gnome. He's told us what he can. Let's free him and get out of here.
I can hear, I can hear everything.
You, quiet! We're deciding your fate. Shut your mouth while we're being benevolent.
He indeed is foolish. Let's free him.
Zizero will nod and try and go to the cage, to the lock, to try to pick it, and by that turn to Coriolis. We could technically, because this will take a while, we could take a few of the caltrops back in the room and take them with us. They are useful.
Sounds like a good idea.
Fellas, but it's fairly tight in here,
He's
Listen, little man, you are getting on my nerves. Just shut your mouth. We'll get you out of here in a second. God, it's so hard to help people. All they do is moan. Zizero, get him out of that cage before I kick him.
I'm trying.
Is he always this antsy? He looks at everyone else.
Can I roll again?
You take a while and your lockpick snaps and... What did you roll, a 1? You seem to have jammed the lock or some kind.
Oh, for fuck's sake.
I'll try to just smash the lock.
And Erky looks at you and goes, well, you fucked that up, haven't you?
Zizero will take back his thieves' tools, look and tell that we could just try to bend the bars together.
Hey, don't hit me like you hit that door. I don't want to die in here.
No, I'm just gonna try and pry the bars open.
Yeah, I will help him.
Advantage.
All right. The first one is 15, and the second one is 18.
So between
Yay!
both of you, you're able to pry open the vase enough for him to squeeze out, and he climbs out, and he's fairly poorly dressed, no equipment, no weapons on him as he comes out, and he
No.
cracks his back. And he says, "Bloody hell! I might be small, but poof, my back." Ugh. So
Oh,
what's
run
the plan,
away.
fellas?
Well, we are currently in the. Well, thanks to our glorious leader, and he looks at Coriolis, we are currently in the motion of cleaning up all the goblins and try to rescue the adventurers, or at least
So
get.
you'll have a job. The adventurers have been taken to Belak.
Oh.
He's down. I think he's in the lower levels. You'll have a job getting to him. You gotta get past the
He's
Goblin
been
chief.
taken to who? Belak. Who's that?
Aye. A wicked old human that lives here, a spellcaster, I reckon.
Hmm.
He tends like some kind of garden or something below. I heard the goblins talking about something called the Gulthius tree, and they were fairly terrified of this Belak or something. That's where they took the humans anyway, I reckon.
Can we roll something for the name Goldfields too?
History?
History.
With disadvantage, sorry.
Ah, okay. Well, I don't think I need to roll again. The 5 is low as I
Yeah,
thought.
2. I don't know my history very well.
None of you have heard of it before. Not sure.
All right.
Okay, so I will address the gnome and say, well then, little man, thank you for the information. If you have anything else you want to say to us, then please do. But if not, you can proceed back to the east. We've cleared out the goblins and you're free to go.
Yeah.
What about the
Also,
kobolds? I don't
the
want to be
kobolds
accosted
are-
by them.
well, just tell them you're with a group that
Tell us
saves
you-
your
yeah.
dragon.
Mm,
What about if I just accompany you, fellas? It seems like a safer idea.
Then take a bow and arrows from those goblins and be useful.
I'm not much of a fighter. I'm a
I
priest. of
don't
sorts.
care.
Oh, you're a priest, so you can heal.
I could, but I've
Well,
used most things today.
Yeah.
I've got to keep myself alive, if you know what I mean. They've not exactly treated me well in here. What would you think I do? I could accompany you, but I can't really do much.
Well, I've no objection, but I'm eyeing him sort of suspiciously. I'm like, why is this little? Why does he want to come with us?
But as soon as we get into combat, I would advise, if you have no combat abilities, to get out of dodge.
Well, is there
Alright.
anywhere safe for me to go? I can wait for you if you come back for me.
Well, you're pretty safe here in this little cell.
I mean, what if the goblins come back?
Well, that's just tough shit then, isn't it?
What do you want me to do?
Look,
If
come with us,
I-
leave, or stay. It's up to you.
I guess you
Exactly.
are also quite thirsty. If you go out and over the door bridges, then to the left, there is a spring or a well of some sort. You can rest there and drink a bit. In between the ways are also trapdoors, so maybe that would help if the goblins try to pursue you.
So you wait at this fountain, you reckon? Will you come back for me?
probably. Well, we don't know any other way out of this place except that.
He looks at you, Dairo. He says, "You're like a man of the faith.
Yes, indeed, my friend.
What do you think I should do?
Yes.
Do you think your friend there?" And he points at Coriolis. He's not the very nice sort.
He enjoys going directly to the point.
I
Yes.
can. Well,
Why don't you stick with me here at the back, and we'll try and keep everybody safe and whole.
Let's breach the door now.
Yeah,
Okay.
I'm knocking an arrow and pointing at the door again, and releasing once I see an enemy.
Sounds
okay.
good.
Griff, do we have an extra? Did we pick up any extra crossbows?
Well, he
Uh,
No,
There's
possibly.
goblins in the room beside us with bows and arrows that
You
were
seem,
at the range, what they call the shooting range. So he could go there, gather some things while we're breaching. He would be safe during if it's
I
a
mean,
battle.
even without that he wants to fight, he could at least take a shield. to
Yeah.
have some sort of protection.
Yeah, you seem. He takes your, on your things on. fucking hell, whatever. He takes your advice.
Takes
and
you
he
on your
grabs a
word,
club.
yeah.
Yeah, he grabs a club and a shield and he says, I have a few things I could do. Not many spells left, but I can do a few things. Is anyone injured that needs help, or...?
No.
Oh.
Nope.
No.
Not for the moment, luckily.
Anyone need light? I can do that. And he casts light on his shield.
What is the state of the light spells that were cast earlier?
We've got. It's up to Griff as to whether he wants to just hand wave them, but
Yeah, because
essentially,
otherwise we're going to
whenever they-
recast them.
I'm just gonna have
Whenever they go down, Griff, unless we're in combat, I'll automatically restore them.
Yeah, because
I mean,
I've got light on my fists. Velstead, you got light on your shield, don't you, or on your chest or something?
Shield.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah, I'm not gonna make you fucking roll to cast. He's gonna cast light on himself. I'm just making sure it's not. Yeah, it's not. So
Isn't
yeah,
he
he's gonna.
No, he doesn't need that. He has dark vision.
True, but he's still got it.
Alright, let's open the door.
Which door? Sorry.
The one where we're set up, like the left side. Not the one that is open. Oh, open.
Give me a second. NPCs. Okay, there we go. I need to open him and have him ready in case I need to use him. To betray you.
That doesn't sound ominous at
Thanks,
all.
Griff.
No, it's not.
I'm gonna
It's
end up
cast
kicking this
spell.
little. I'm gonna end up kicking this little thing in the face. I can tell.
You don't like many of my NPCs, do you?
I'm just desperate to kung fu things. What can I say? I just want to kung fu stuff.
You see a so it is a wooden door and it opens and you press against it quite easily. Come on, open. There we go.
It's not
It opens. You see the north and south of this chamber stacked with ill-made barrels, boxes, and crates, and you see a path leading through to another door that is on the other side. It looks like a storage room of sorts.
So much doors.
Yeah, in you go, Velstead. Yep.
Yeah.
We all going in. Move up. There you go.
Let's look through the barrels and stuff.
And crates
It
and
takes-
whatnot.
Takes a few seconds. I'm not going to make you roll for this.
Yeah.
You look through and you see mostly storage of water, wine, food like cheeses and
Wine
breads.
can be
None
sold.
of it of good. None of it of good quality. Let me finish. All off or sour, or the wine's sour, the water's tepid,
Okay.
the food's even moldy or gone off. You do notice a few. There is like one barrel that seems to be full of like oil. Like for light oil kind of thing. You also notice a barrel labeled elf pudding. Only Diero notices what it's labeled because it's in Goblin, but it says elf pudding.
Elf pudding sounds very ominous.
Are there also like little bottles or cans or something to get some of the oil? Because, well, even though right now we don't have really an option to light it on fire, it would be still good to like have like oil bombs.
Do you have any on you? There's none in the room. They're mostly just crates and barrels. No,
No.
smaller.
Sadly not.
I'd say for now we can
Nah.
leave this here. If we need it, we can rush back and get it.
Oh shit! Sorry, you looked through the goblins as well. I forgot to tell you the
Oh,
goblins
yeah.
had shit on them.
No.
The goblins had on them a 33. There was a silver flask, sorry, of dwarven make.
Is
Nice.
something inside that flask?
It's empty.
All right.
Sorry, I'll put it up for you.
Silver flask, 50 piece. Ooh.
I had vile goblin wine in it, sorry.
Oh.
And that's about it. There's also about 200 caltrops on the floor in that room.
200 caltrops.
That's
Okay.
it. That's everything that's in the room.
Can we just
Oh,
gather
yeah.
up some of the caltrops?
Sure you can. I'll say you'd be able to get like 2 bags. 3 bags of caltrops, depending on how many you want.
Yeah, I would say that with your movement, Corias, you could just like sweep around and drop the caltrops.
Run around, spreading caltrops on the floor in combat.
Behind the enemy so they can't get away from us.
Oh wow. Okay, yeah, sure.
Or behind us so that they can't get behind us.
All right, let's open that door now.
Okay, and
Agreed.
I read an arrow again.
The door. You can fill that flask with oil if you want as well.
Oh,
You see, it
same.
opens up into a large hall, lit hall as well. Several torches are mounted in crude sconces that burn fitfully around this chamber, filling the air with a haze. There's like a strange haze that just fills the whole room. A double row of marble columns carved with entwining dragons runs the length of the hall. You see doors, 3 doors leading to the north, a door straight to the west, and another door to the south, in the far end of the corridor.
I'm gonna watch if there's a pit trap like we used to have just at the entrance. If I can, maybe.
Go for it. Perception.
Can we all do a perception check, or does it? You have to wait for your turn, or
2 people can do it. I like to make people roll for 2. 2 or 1 with advantage. Corialis, you don't. Velstadt, you don't see anything. Corialis, again, nothing out of the ordinary in front of you, and the length that you can see appears, out of the ordinary. The floor looks fine. Other than this haze that runs the length, that fills the hall. It's not a thick haze. It doesn't cover the area, but it lightly obscures the whole hall.
Okay.
I have an idea. We could use one of the barrels and just roll it into the room to see if something happens.
I suppose so. Is it really worth it though? Let's just go forward carefully and slowly.
I agree. We're not fooling anyone at this point.
Yeah, we spent 15 minutes banging on a door with a warhammer. Any pretense of stealth has gone out the window at this point.
Yeah.
Okay, there's a door to the right here. Which one should we check? We just keep going straight and check that door all the way to the west.
You just walking along this wall.
Is there a way to look forward and scanning, or did that perception that we did earlier cover the whole inside of this area?
It'll cover the whole inside, and as you step
Okay,
forward,
good.
you don't notice anything out of the ordinary. You've not spotted any traps.
So we're just getting into our breaching positions then here onto the. Oh wait, hang on. There was one to the south there as well.
Yeah, there's a door
Let's check
here.
that one first. Yeah.
I think we should cover the whole south first, then
Yes.
go west, and then finish up with the north.
Agreed.
All right.
Griff, as we move forward, Dairo's going to keep an eye on the doors to the north. Do any of them appear, just a quick scan, do any of them appear to have been used or worn?
Give me a
recently?
perception. Give me a perception check.
Absolutely. I got a 12.
You notice that this door over here,
Mhm.
the one, has some mark on it, and this door definitely has mark on it.
And
Alright.
before breaching,
Scrapes along the floor.
let us place a few caltrops in front of those doors. Just to be safe.
All right.
Sorry, you notice apart from these 2 here at the top, all have been well used. Like,
Alright.
there's marks on the floor where the doors have been opened.
Let's go.
Yep. Into the next room.
Okay. Ready an arrow again.
Okay. Did you say you're placing caltrops, or you're not doing that?
Well, I would like to place at least there some caltrops.
Okay, you can do that. I'll just mark them.
How did you ping like that, by the way?
You hold left click.
Left click and
Okay.
hold.
Hold left
Yeah.
click. Okay.
Okay, so you 2, you're gonna try and breach this door.
Yep.
You click to open it, locked, or well, it's not locked. It gives, but you try and push on the door, and there's force on the other side. There's something pushing against you. Just roll me perception, Velstadt and Coriolis.
My rolls are shit.
Okay, Coriolis, it's not hard to hear, even though Velstadt can't hear in his helmet. You hear the sound on the other side. Like someone's pushing against the door, trying to hold it shut.
Velstadt, sounds like another goblin holding the door closed. Just throw your weight against this door and kick the fucking thing open.
I'm gonna literally throw the weight. I'm going the other side of the room and run straight at the door.
WWE style, jumping off the ropes.
Roll me a strength check with advantage.
Okay.
I just wanted to say, I've already rolled for the goblins. Good luck.
13 4.
You run at the door and you slam against it. You hear them all. The door opens a slight second, and then it shuts, slams in your faces. You get a glimpse, Chris, of 3 goblins holding the door shut. And they're able to hold it shut. They're all the natural 20 on strength checks. So
Can I look across? Can I look across at the 8-foot Minotaur and be like, dude?
Let's do it both.
Okay. Yeah,
Let's
but
both do it.
I will put.
Dear, you hear, go!
Hey,
I will put my bow on my back, pull out my shield and my scimitar, and then with Falstad take the little steps that we have before running into the door and two football players tackling the
Yes.
Both of you roll with advantage. Roll high. They just rolled a 19 natural. So
Oh,
good
for
luck
fuck's
again.
sake.
15 for me.
No, they rolled a 19 natural.
Damn it.
Yeah, they have minus strength though, because they're
Yeah.
goblins.
But there's 3 of them.
This is insane.
You slam into the door. You slam into the door. It gives again, but you see him run back and hold it shut in front
Okay,
of you.
not
All right, I
another
have
one.
an idea. I have an idea.
Okay.
Is someone? Oh, I have. Yes, I have
You
matches. I'm
see,
gonna go to-
Coriolis, from underneath, you see like underneath the door, you see a scimitar like slashing out, like at people's feet.
Okay.
No way!
What I'd like to do is pick the oil barrel, come right there, and just pour it under the door and light a match.
Now we are
They'll burn.
We don't have any way to communicate with these goblins, do we?
Well,
None of us
yeah,
can
we
speak
have one
Goblin.
What do you want to tell them, leader?
Well, you can speak to them, right?
I can yell it under the door for you.
Yell and open up.
They always like this.
Yes. I turned to Erky and just shake my head and tell him not now.
That's not an issue when he gets set on fire as well.
Yeah, exactly. That's what I'm
Yeah.
thinking. Stobbie is not going to. Coriolis is not going to listen to that right now. So I'll crouch down next to the door and yell in Goblin, "Open up!"
While
Open
I'm
up or we'll
coming-
burn you out. Tell
Okay,
him
I'm coming in.
No! Fuck off!
Don't make us burn you.
Roll me
Okay,
persuasion. Disadvantage. You start pouring the oil.
Yeah, I start pouring the oil under the door.
I am not
Disadvantage.
convincing.
Go away! Help! Help!
Shouting.
Right, Velstedt, barbecue time.
Yeah, after the whole bottle is under the door, I light a match to the oil and step back.
Hey. Just roll me 2d6.
Thank God this place is made out of stone.
Okay,
Okay.
8.
You see a from the other side of the door. As the door like hangs open. Well, it's now open. On the other side, I'll just open the door. Give me a second.
Fucking goblins, man. They're the worst.
You see a goblin like
They really are.
You see a goblin in flame just on the other side of the door. Ah! Ah! Run around, run into the wall, and like fall onto the ground dead. At the far wall, you see 2 goblins with scimitars and swords outdrawn. Dairo, you hear him shouting, "Help! Help!" They're shouting help. Everyone
I
roll
warned
initiative.
you.
Initiative, let's go.
Are we in combat?
I just
Oh, yeah.
I just imagine like
In combat.
Wilhelm scream the goblin. Well, apparently you're well aware that you now can punch things like you want to, Coriolis.
Yeah.
Natural 20.
Hmm.
I just see you, Coriolis, with the red glowing eyes.
Oh,
It's
yes.
on!
It's goblin punching time.
Oh, and you need to pick a token and roll again, but
Hear
you
the
can
knuckles
just change
cracking.
the number.
Is that everyone?
No, Coriolis had a natural 20, but he isn't in the. Yeah, he is.
I clicked on my token there.
There we go. I'm sorry.
Okay.
Have you got it? Yeah.
Yep. So Coriolis, you're the first to react. The door swings open as they're not open on the other side.
Movement, run forward. 5, 10, 15, and I'm gonna start punching goblins.
Okay.
I can make
Coriolis, do
two
roll me a
attacks at
perception
that
check
one.
as well.
Oh,
Just roll
God.
me a perception check as well.
Perception, you say?
Yeah. Okay. Never mind. Ignore me.
What? So I've missed something.
Who knows?
Never mind. Start punching.
Okay, go for it. You run in, you
Oh, I
strike
missed the
at
first one.
He ducks aside because his back's up against.
I'm gonna start punching him again. Oh,
You definitely aim this time. Slamming into his face. His head slammed back against the wall. You hear a crack and like blood starts pouring from his head, and he like kills up almost. Okay. Anything else you'd like to do?
that is my end of my. That's all the attacks I can do now. So I think that's it. That'll end my turn.
This goblin that's injured, he's gonna try and strike at you with his friend with a scimitar. Oh, does a 16 hit? Coriolis?
So have you got me? So 17 armor. So no, it doesn't hit. The second
Does a
one.
21 hit.
21
Yeah.
hits. Yeah.
While the other one, while you're concentrating on the one that's nearly bleeding to death, the other one comes up behind you and slashes his scimitar along your back. You
They're
take
laughing.
You take 5 points damage as you do that. Well, he's laughing. The other one isn't. Okay, Velstadt, you're up.
5, 10, 15, and I'm putting myself in front of the door so they can't escape.
Okay.
I want to smash the head of that one, like
that one.
like playing yes,
Go for it.
of that one, like playing whack-a-mole with my hammer.
Oh God.
Certainly try.
Fuck.
He sliced it towards him and he ducks.
It's so annoying. Today's roll are so bad.
Okay. Is that your turn, Velstadt?
Well, other than blocking the door, I don't do anything else. Yes.
Icky looks at you, Dyer, and goes, I guess I'll help. Steps to-
I'll actually hold out a hand to keep him from going into the room and say, I'd stay back here. You get less blood on your clothes.
Oh, well, let me do this. He casts Sacred Flame at one of the goblins. Does the goblin react? Dex save.
What's Sacred Flame?
So Sacred Flame is... so he captures like a flame... He says a flaming radiance descends on the creature you can see. So he looks towards the goblin and a flaming, like... I don't know, like a... flame-
Halo? Yeah.
A halo, a flaming radiance, like, surrounds the goblin for a second. The goblin tries to duck out of the way, but is unable to make it. He takes 7 damage.
Okay.
Burst into radiant flame as it falls to the ground between you and Velstadt.
Velstadt.
You go, well...
Okay.
that worked.
Overcome with the bloodlust of his companion, Cicero, with his shield and his scimitar out, starts running towards the last goblin down there.
Okay.
Makes an attack with his scimitar and why advantage? Excuse me, it was a 10.
Okay, you slash at him, and he's able to duck out of the way. Injured as he is, he's able to avoid the attack. Your turn.
Yeah.
Hero.
Daera will move forward and say, "Do we want him alive?" Question mark.
Let's try.
Roll me a perception. Okay, never mind. Zero as well, sorry.
Yeah.
Oh, I didn't.
You're wearing a helmet, you no way you'd hear this. Okay, no, again, never mind.
So the question still stands. Do we want him alive?
Yes, try to keep him alive. Talk to him if you can.
This will be a non-lethal shot then, Dungeon
it.
Master.
Misses, surprisingly.
Damn, he's
Able to duck out of the way.
he's a dodgy motherfucker.
And then I'll duck back.
Okay. Hero, as you duck back, this door flings open to the west.
Knew it.
I mutter a curse.
Give me a second. Pouring out comes 7 goblins.
What?
Ambush!
Did you guys say it?
Oh, they're
we
shouting
hear that,
goblinoid.
okay, yeah.
You all see him as well, just come pouring out this room and swarm Erky and Daero. Daero, good luck. The goblins are gonna surround you and start stabbing at you with their scimitars.
Oh god, I wish we had put those fucking caltrops down. They're right.
I mean, I put it in one. Oh, fuck.
Oh, now the door.
Any of those
Okay. It's definitely goblin bashing time.
Daero, do any of those hit?
Yes, Daero will hold his crossbow up and take one of the cuts on the wooden butt, but 2 of them cut underneath that and into his armor.
Yeah.
I'm bleeding quite badly.
Holy shit.
Okay, the other one attacks Erky. That definitely hits. Oh, you see Erky take a massive cut across the chest. That's what Melissa did. As the other 2 goblins take shots with the crossbow, shortbow, sorry, at Daero and Erky. Oh, sorry, Daero. Oh my gosh!
Daero will look down at the arrow as it slams into his chest and stagger backwards and just like a plank hit the ground.
You see him stagger backwards and then just slump onto the ground unconscious. The other one shoots at Erky, missing, thankfully. Poor, nearly got Erky. Whew. Hey, guys, your turn.
Okay, so just so the meta question. So, if I kill this goblin in one shot, are you able to, attack, move, and then attack again, or how does it
Yes.
work?
Yes,
Okay.
you can do that.
Okay, so I'll take a main hand attack. This 24 is going to hit surely.
Oh yeah, don't even worry about the roll. He's dead. You just snap his neck. You have one
Yep.
hit point.
Okay, and then is it possible for me, because I've got 1 attack left, unless I spend key points of 5 feet, 10 feet. So I'm technically in contact with this one. If I want to move there, would that count as a dodge then? Or I can't get
No,
past him?
You can move there. You can move there.
I mean, like diagonally,
Yeah.
just next to, like there.
Yeah, you can move there. You're moving through his. I'll allow it.
As a
you're
monk,
not
just
leaving
say
space.
hashtag monk bullshit. It's a monk dodge.
Roll me an acrobatics check. Roll me
Oh,
acrobatics.
this should be easier. I'm built for this. Where's acrobatics?
I mean, they're small goblins and you're quite tall, so yeah, easily you're able to leap over the top of him.
Okay, so I've
And
got 1
get to
attack
that
left, I
position there.
believe.
Unless you use your.
Key points,
Bonus
which I
action.
won't. Yeah.
It
18.
hits.
Does that hit?
Yeah. And you just run up, you snap that one's neck down in the south, you run up. As you jump over that goblin, you kick out with your foot, breaking his neck. As
Oh,
he slumps to the
ninja
ground.
shit. This is amazing.
Yeah.
And then I'm out of attacks, I believe, and I'm technically in contact with that one, aren't I?
You are. You can still keep moving though, if you've got any movement left.
I do have movement actually.
You can move to.
But currently, like I mean, the other lads can they do have a path to get out here. I'm not obstructing any of them.
No, but you can move up alongside the arrow, for example, who is bleeding out. Let's just say at this moment in time.
So can I do that then?
You definitely can, yeah.
Okay, and then I'm out of attack, so I believe that's all I can do.
It is. Velstadt, you're up.
All
you turn around, you see a mass of goblins surrounding.
And before the end of my turn, I shout, "Get in here, boys!"
Yeah, 5. I've got 2 things in mind.
Do both.
All
of them.
right. So 5, 10, 15. I know I'm gonna take it an attack of opportunity, but I want to. Oh! I see things in the other room. No, more goblins.
Well, I'm glad you're telling us now.
Oh shit. Okay. Well, I'm gonna stay here then, instead of doing my other plan. And I'd like to bash the one right in front of me.
Go for it.
+6.
Yeah. Oh, yeah, easily hitting.
Goblin
Okay,
smashing
so,
ton. Coriolis approves.
That's a natural 20.
Yeah, 48 plus 4 damage.
He's dead.
18.
Yeah.
You don't need to roll. He's definitely dead.
You've turned that goblin into it's a pan of mince now. It's not a goblin.
If you'd have rolled ones on all of them, he'd still be dead. So it's fine. Still got movement left. So you smash that goblin's head in.
Step in here
Mhm.
and bonus action lay on hands on Dyro.
Go for it.
You get I just choose the number of hit points I want to give him out of my pool. So I'm gonna give you 5 hit points.
Okay.
Thank you.
Aren't we level 2? As a paladin, you should get 10.
Yeah, I
5
have
or
10.
increase.
I
Okay.
have 10.
That's,
Okay.
However, I think it's a very smart idea to hold on to a few of those.
Yeah, in
So,
case.
so you come to consciousness, Dyro, surrounded by goblins.
Hmm.
Your friends are now here, but there's still goblins around. That's your turn, Velstadt.
Yep, it is.
Okay,
Oh.
okay. He's going to. What's he gonna do? He's gonna club one of the goblins with his club. Oh, will he? Let me have a look.
Oh my fucking god! If I had put Divine Smite on that
No,
crit,
it's not. What he's gonna do instead is gonna look at you, Dyro, and cast Sanctuary on you.
Outstanding.
It lays a hand on you with a bonus action and casts Sanctuary upon you. So any creature that attacks you has disadvantage. Almost make a Wisdom saving throw. Sorry. Do you now have Sanctuary? Sanctuary. And then he's gonna club with his club.
holy shit!
What a sanctuary. What a creature within range. Just make an wisdom saving throw.
Hits, but not for a lot of damage. Help! He goes, no, that's the goblins. He goes, help! 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 Cicero, you're up next.
Okay, then I'm going up. Yeah, there are more goblins. And doing a melee attack with my scimitar.
Mm.
But I think it is time
See him duck out the way.
to use action surge
Alright,
to attack again.
okay.
I'm not a melee character. What can I say?
Like, misses as well. The goblin is like, blocks both of them.
I'm sorry.
Anything else, Cicero?
Can I use this as a... Well, can I use an attack with my horns as a bonus action?
I'll allow it. Sure. I mean, you probably won't hit. Oh, damn.
Okay. Like that, headbutt.
But this one breaking most of his face and jaw. It's alive, but barely. Blood pouring down him.
Okay, that's my turn then.
Okay. Nero, you are like surrounded by this glowing radiant energy that seems to be like bubbling you at the moment, but you're also prone. So your turn.
He'll gasp as he comes back to consciousness and grab the arrow in his chest, rip it out and throw it away. And I will rise to my feet,
Heal yourself,
And-
hopefully.
pull out a healing potion, Griff, and I'm going to use one of the healing potions that we've
Yep.
got.
2d8 plus 2, I think. Is it 2d8? Or 2d8?
It'll be 2d4 plus 2, so it's
Yeah,
this
that's-
plus 2. So a total
Okay.
of 8.
Go back. You're back up to 8.
With the 5, I'm now at 13.
Okay. So got your bonus action.
With my bonus action, no. What I'm going to do though is I'm going to step. No, I'll stay right where I am.
Okay. The goblins. Sorry. go on.
Point. I'm sorry. I will point towards the door they came through though, and confirm. There's more of them through the door.
Yeah, there's a lot more.
Okay.
Good. More XP. Let's keep fighting.
As you say that, Daryl, there's a big as they all come swarming towards the door.
Christ.
As they can, blocking the
least-
entrance.
At least they're all on me right now.
Can you make
You
a
see these
sweep?
ones. You see these ones seem less armed than the others, and less armored than the others that you've been fighting. They've just got clubs and makeshift weapons. They don't look like the fighters of the bunch.
Hmm.
But the goblins that are next to you are going to attack you. So one on Urki. Let's start with Urki. He
Oof.
takes a bit of damage. You see Urki cut and bleeding from a few wounds now. He looks rough. I think one on you, Diero. He's going to have to make a wisdom save. DC. I have to get Urki's.
It was 12, wasn't it, last time? With the Sacred Flame.
Yeah, you're right. So, succeeds. So he is able to attack you. 16 hit.
Oh,
It does.
it's a lot of
you're
damage.
standing up, Sanctuary stabs you with his scimitar. Yeah, die! In Goblin. One's going to attack you with his scimitar, Velstadt.
Okay, go for it.
18.
Yeah, that hits.
Take 8 points of damage. God, these goblins are rolling dope.
I was going to say, but like, I'm surprised at how much damage they do. I would have thought goblin weapons would be lower damage, but all right, dangerous gobbos.
Goblins are dangerous in numbers, not in individuals.
Yeah, but in numbers
what's-
implies a lots of attacks with smaller. Like, I'm just surprised by the numbers that the damage is actually.
They're rolling
that they're
so
doing.
well.
Okay,
One's gonna slash at you, Coriolis.
come at me, nerd. I got 17 armor. Is that a hit?
Holy shit,
Yeah.
this is 3 times in a row that I rolled
8
max
damage.
damage.
This
8
is-
damage on you
yep.
as well.
Yep.
And then we got one with a short bow. He's gonna shoot at you, Velstadt.
Go for it.
Missing, I'm guessing, with a 5. And now all the commoners. There's 3 on Velstadt. That's it.
Yeah.
Oh, 20.
I take 1 damage. 14. And that's.
Right, Coriolis, your turn. Goblins are done.
Right, I'm gonna attack that one.
Go for it. He looks fairly wounded. Oh, that hits. He's dead. You
He's
need to roll
dead, so-
damage. He had 1.
Yep.
So
And
you
then
run up, you just snap his neck.
Yep. Kick him in the high kick, smash his head. I want to perform an acrobatic maneuver. Can I move next to Herky and try to leap over him to put myself between him and the goblin?
You could pull him back.
With the
Sure, I'll allow it. Roll me acrobatics.
because he's small, I'll like flip over him.
Go for it. Roll acrobatics.
Oh, for fuck's
Ooh.
sake!
You try and do it, but you land on your ass as you do so. So you land there. You're not prone onto your ass, but you do land. You know, like a leap in Blood Bowl, but you fail.
Okay, so
you can use half your movement to get up. So you're back. You stand up. It's really nothing.
okay, yeah, but it's like I've got 1 attack left then, right? Okay, attack that
Yeah,
one.
Unless you bonus action key.
Yeah.
I'm gonna use my key point so I can attack twice.
Okay.
I need to. Where's on my character sheet? Where's the key?
It's a good idea. Put these guys down quickly.
Yeah. I go down to 0 key, but now I can make 2 more attacks.
2 more attacks.
On that nerd.
Go for it. That hits.
6 bludgeoning.
You as you land and stand up, as you stand up, you backflip and kick him in the neck, breaking his neck.
Hell yeah!
So he's dead.
Right, one more attack, and I'm gonna attack that one.
Yeah. You're like a flip, like a kick flip.
And then I'll fuck it up. I was just about to be a complete badass with a
and
triple
the
kill.
One just ducks to the side and is like,
Oh.
So you try and do the same to, or try and bring your foot round on his neck, but
Okay, and then before I end my turn, I'm gonna notice the blood on my chin and then go, ugh, like I'm angry, and then end my turn.
okay.
Nice.
Velstadt,
I just have a question.
surrounded by goblins. No, you
Yeah.
can't spin in the circle.
No, I didn't say that. I know it's a feat, and I know it's like cleave attack. I don't have that. Could I use a bonus action to shove Dyro out of the goblin? Just like shove him like to the space.
Sure.
Okay.
Are
but
you
I'm
not,
gonna do
are you not a
I'm gonna
fighter?
do it
Can you not use aid?
I'm gonna do it after attacking that goblin with my hammer.
You can, but he'll still provoke on him.
Yeah, that's why I attack first
Okay.
before shoving him.
Go for it.
And 16 to hit.
Oh, that hits, definitely.
Okay, 2d8 plus 4. 15 damage.
Oh yeah, you bring your hammer down into his chest and you see the goblin's chest just cave in as he falls to the ground, blood pouring everywhere. You see the other goblins around it going, like whispering to one another. William, you was like, we gotta kill him quick, the singing is out.
Alright, and I'm shoving Dyro 1 square back with my
Okay.
bonus action.
Easily able to do that. You need to roll.
Okay.
Okay.
And that's it. I basically want them to surround me
Okay.
instead of Dyro.
Erky is gonna cure wounds on himself because he's quite wounded. Heal himself for 7. That's his turn. Next up is Cicero.
Okay, I'm stepping one to the goblin commoner and try to hit him with my scimitar. Finally, and
Hey!
and in conjunction with that, I'm using hammering horns, which immediately after you hit a creature with a melee attack, as part as the attack action, I can basically use my horns like a bull and shove him 10 feet back if he doesn't make a DC 8 this would.
Roll damage first.
Okay. Yeah, right.
Yeah.
If he's dead, he doesn't need to make a DC.
Yeah, you flick him up into the air on your horns and flick him behind you. You see it slump to the ground dead. Like, you slash it across the chest with something, grab him in your horns, flick him behind you over your head, and he slumps to the ground, blood pouring out across his chest.
And then I'm just stepping up and closing the gap. And
Okay.
Oh, that's absolutely awesome.
Dyro.
I kind of plan to use my horns to push the dead body against the other goblin against the wall.
So Dyro gets shoved back by Velstadt. He's like, no, no! And I'll rush up behind Velstadt,
Oh, come on.
and pulling one of the petals off of the ring that Coriolis gave me. And I'll slap my hand against his back with the petal in between us. There's a brief flare of green light. And you are going to be healed, sir, for a total of 5 points. And I will yell out, Griff, at all of the goblins as loud as I can. Flee! Run! You're all going to die!
Give me a intimidation.
Okay.
Okay. We'll see how that plays out right now. The goblins hearing the hero's echoing voice and rolling a 3 and an 8 poorly, you see a wave of terror start to course through them. The guys at the back all just start to run. You see, just start to flee, as does all these three. Yeah, so these
Attack
two.
of
Attack of opportunity.
Yes.
Yeah.
6. Oh fuck! My dice.
And that one isn't fleeing yet. I can't see him, but he's a big goblin.
He's dead. I killed him.
Okay.
Does Zizero, yours hits. Velstadt, yours does not. Okay. You cut one down as it flees, Zizero. That one. The rest all go fleeing this way. You can tell these are not fighters. They're like workers, kids, old, elderly as they flee. And they go fleeing out of the room. Okay. Next up, these goblins, however, stay and fight because they're the tough ones. Or the tougher ones. This one's going to move up to you, Coriolis, and the other one's going to slash at you, Velstadt. So first up on you, Coriolis, a scimitar. Does that misses?
6 misses, yeah.
Yeah, it strikes out at your leg, but you're able to leap in the air and avoid it. The other one slashes at you, Velstadt. Does an 18 hit?
Yeah, it does.
It does. So he's able to just weave through your armor and get a stab in, a slash through underneath. You take 4 damage. Then they're both gonna bonus action disengage and run.
Fucking goblins.
It's their turn. Coriolis, it's you.
I don't want to pursue them now because I'm quite wounded. So I'm going to look around at my, brothers and sort of move up next to Diero and just sort of like just be alert. But I'm not going to chase the goblins. So do nothing, I suppose.
Okay.
Velstadt.
I'm, however, going to chase the goblins.
Okay.
5, 10, 15. That's 15. They're going towards the top, right? So
You saw them run. The other ones were. These not. These are running towards the star here.
okay.
Yeah.
Well then, that's 20 and 25, and I'm gonna slash that. Try and uppercut hammer him with with the big hammer.
Go for it.
18 to hit
That hits.
and 17 damage.
Okay, so you just like
fucking a lot
as
of
this one's
damage.
running, you run up alongside him, almost like clotheslining him with your hammer. Just like what was left of his body, there is no more. There's just this mush of blood and green. As you just slam your hammer into him.
You're not running away. And that's my turn.
Okay, Erky's gonna look at you, Coriolis, and go, well, you're a bit of an arse, but okay. And he cures wounds on you. You heal 4 damage, Coriolis.
You.
Next time, be nicer to me.
Well, if you keep fighting like that, we might have you stick around. Well fought, little man.
Zizero, your turn.
I will drop my shield and my scimitar to take out my longbow and shoot at the goblin.
Go for it. Oh yeah, that hits.
You should put that scimitar away. Obviously, the longbow is your weapon. Look at that damage.
Yeah, and as he runs away, you catch him in the back with an arrow, and he falls, sliding to Velstadt's feet with an arrow in his back. You're out of initiative for now. All of you look fairly injured. You're surrounded by corpses and blood of goblins.
Yes, blood.
Some of your own blood as well as a room that's semi-ablaze now.
Glorious.
Funny enough, I'm the only one that didn't take damage.
Yes.
This room is now just ablaze with oil. So. There you go.
So presumably there's nothing we can loot in that room. What with all the flames and whatnot.
So there is a goblin. He's unconscious that is slowly burning to death.
Well, in that case, then can I thinking quickly try to drag him out of there?
Can certainly try. Just give me a dex.
Roll you a something.
Yeah, acrobatics. Oh,
Acrobatics.
Either or, it's fine.
Out Dex then.
Double one.
I'll say you're able to grab him. He's fairly singed. He's unconscious at this moment in time. So this is the goblin here, this one. But you're able to grab it.
Okay, so we're out of combat now.
You're still hurt, Coriolis.
Yes,
I'm going
I am.
to heal your wounds.
Thank you.
Just while we're out of combat and you're doing all this, I'm going to go get a drink. So do you want to take a quick break?
Well, actually, that's probably a perfect time to take a break. We're coming up on hour and 45 now. Should we take 10 minutes to come back?
Yeah.
Absolutely.